Alrighty, good morning everyone. So today we're going to be having a look at plotting a graph from a table of values. So last lesson we were given a table and we were given an equation and we were asked, okay, from the equation, generate a table of values, okay? So that's what we were doing last lesson. So x and y, and let's just go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. And so in this particular case, my table's going to look like this. Now if you wanted to go work it out yourself, that's fine, but that's not what we're aiming to do today. Today, I'm asking, if we already have a completed table of values, can we graph the equation? Alrighty? Well, the answer to that is, of course, yes, we can. Question is, how do we actually do it? So, first of all, let me draw up my axes. All the way down, give myself plenty of vertical room, and then I'm going to go across this way. Alrighty. So, first of all, let's label our x and our y. So x is down here. Y is up here. Now I have to look at my x values. What's the smallest x value I have? 0. Obviously 0 lives there. And so now I need to get up to 6. Okay, that's not too difficult. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alrighty, so that was nice and easy. Now let's do the y-axis. Now I've got to be a bit more careful because it's got to go all the way up to 19. So if I just went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all the way up here, I'd probably run out of space. So I might go up in something a little bit faster. So let's have a go. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Doesn't quite work it. So I might go up in 5s. 0, 5, 10. Oh, maybe that's too small. No, let's do 3s. 4, now we'll do 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. Alrighty. So that's nice and easy, just like that. So now that I've got my axes and I've labeled my values, now I need to start plotting the points. But how do I plot the points? So, before I'm going to go through that, first of all, have a go at your own one. So I'll give you a different one. You can have 3x, just 3x. X and y, and we'll have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, only go up to 6. So your y coordinates are going to be 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. You can work that out for yourself if you want it. Just make sure that you can still substitute, but that's not the focus. Alrighty, so at this point, I just want you to draw up your axes. So your x should go from 0 to 6, and your y should go from 0 to 18. Alrighty, so hopefully you've had a go at that. If you didn't have enough time to, just make sure you pause the video. Give yourself plenty of time to actually have a go. No reason not to. So I'm actually just going to use the same axes that I used, because it'll fit all of the numbers just the same. Could have gone up in 2s though. Oh, screw it, we'll go up in 2s. Do it a little bit different. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18. Notice I'm rubbing out a lot. I do recommend using pencil and paper. Makes it so much easier when you do make mistakes. Alrighty, so before we finish, now we've got to plot the points. How do I do that? Well, I've got to read them off. This tells me here that when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1. 0, 1. All right, the next one would then be 1 goes with 4, 2 goes with 7, 3, 10, alrighty, and I've only got 2 more values to do. Alrighty, so in your one, I'm just going to do the first one for you. Your second one is going to be 1 goes with something. I want you to write down the rest of your points, okay? Pause the video now. Write down all of your points. Alright, so hopefully how to go. So we get 1, 3. Alrighty, so in total you have these 6 points here, and they all just come from the table. So what do we do with points? Now we can plot them. So it started with an equation, turned it into a table, table turned into points, and now I'm going to plot those points. So I'm going to do mine. Afterwards you're going to have a go at doing yours. So my first point is 0, 1. My next point. My next point. Alrighty, so started with an equation, turned it into a table of values, turned those values into points, and then plotted those points. And you see I've made a beautiful line. Alrighty, so with your points over here, plot them onto your graph. Make sure that you've done that as well. Alright, so hopefully you had to go through. So 0, 0 should have landed you right down here. 1, 3, 2, 6, notice it's also going in a straight line. Perfect. Alrighty. And we're nearly finished our 2 examples. The last thing we've got to do is draw a straight line through them and write the name of the equation. So your turn to have a go at that. Draw the line through all of the points and then write the equation name. Alrighty, so yours should look like this. Alrighty, so that time we were dealing with all nice, lovely, positive numbers. Let's look at some times when we're going to have to deal with negative numbers. Now remember, negative numbers can be annoying and difficult. With the calculator on deck and being able to plot points, you're not going to get stopped. So let's have a go through. So I'm going to give myself a different equation. This time I'm going to give myself negative 2x plus 1. Okay? And your equation is going to be y is equal to minus 2x plus, we'll go take 1 instead. If you want, if you're feeling really confident, you can pause the video now and try to create a table, points of values, and a graph. I will just tell you that the points that we're going to be doing are going to be these ones. So let me just draw up a table. X, Y, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alrighty. So your table is going to be the same. Oh, let me just copy it. So with that, you should be ready to actually fill in the rest of it. So I want you to graph the full thing, okay? Bit of a challenge. Otherwise, we're going to do it step by step. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in both of our tables. So in this case, this is my table. And your table is going to look like this. Alrighty. So I've just quickly worked out those tables. So step number 1 that we're going to do, turn these into points. So let's do that. Alrighty, so those are my 8 points. I want you to do the same for yours. Turn that table into just points. Alrighty, so hopefully you've had a go at that. Should have looked like this. Minus 3 with 5, minus 2 with 3, minus 1 with 1, 0 with negative 1, 1 goes with negative 3, 2 goes with negative 5, 3 goes with negative 7, and 4 goes with negative 9. Alrighty. So these are our 2 different sets of values, and now I've got to draw up my axes. So first thing I got to do my vertical. So I need to go pretty big, all the way down from negative 7 all the way up to positive 7. And yours goes up to positive 5. So I'm going to draw it nice and big. And then we're going to go this way. We need to make sure we can go all the way from negative 3 to positive 4. So there's my x, there's my y. So minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. And that's good, because I only need to get up to minus 3 on my x. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. I only need to get up to 4. Now going up my vertical, I've got to get all the way up to 7. So let's see if I can just count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That works. And let's check I can go down to 7. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. Okay, so it just works for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so. Cool. Alrighty, so I've labelled up my axes. Pause the video. Make sure you've labelled up your axes as well. They're going to be a little bit different because you're going to get all the way down to negative 9. But it'll look pretty similar on my axes. Alrighty, pause the video. Have a go yourself. Alrighty, well your x-axis is pretty good. Can be exactly the same as mine. Y-axis is going to probably have to be a little bit different. So, let's just do the x-axis first because it's nice and easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Alrighty, let's do the vertical now. So I don't think I can go up because I can get all the way up to 5. I might go up in 2s. 2, 4, 6, and then minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, minus 8, minus 10. Okay. Squishes it all on really nicely. If you wanted to go up in ones, you could. We're not dealing with massive numbers here, so it would have been fun to have done it another way. But now it's up for the plot. And if you're feeling confident about plotting, this is where you can just go straight ahead and do it. I'm going to do mine first, so if you want to be doing yours while I'm doing mine. But otherwise, here we go. Got to be careful there. 0, 1's one of those tricky ones, right? 0 left or right, 1 up, okay? And I know that I've put it in the right spot. Why? Because it still looks like I'm hitting on that straight line. And done. Just going to draw my straight line all the way through them and write my equation name, which, if I look back up, would be minus 2x plus 1. Y equals minus 2x plus 1. Alrighty. So, pause the video now if you haven't already, and plot your points. Alrighty, let's go through yours. So, first point, second point, third point. Notice already that I'm just checking that they're staying in a fairly straight line. That's pretty tough. Y equals minus 2x, and what was yours? It's minus 1, isn't it? Minus 2x minus 1. And that is how you turn a table of values into a graph. Next lesson, we're going to be doing the whole process, including turning the equation into a table. It's going to be a little bit tough, but I believe in us, we can get it done. Alrighty, see you next time.